To access all full body language videos, breakdowns and analysis, alongside the game that I can't feature here on YouTube, check out the Patreon, the link is in the description. Thanks.
Hello, hello. Everyday Superpower, where we talk body language, relationships, game, everything in between, coming at you with another body language breakdown video. So hopefully you can learn something about attraction, repulsion, and all of that good stuff in between, okay? And I mean, when I say hopefully, I mean you will do, alright? No doubt about it. So if you haven't subscribed, click subscribe. And what more needs to be said, people? The title of this one is Blind Dating a Famous Comedian. So I don't know as to whether they know this guy or not. I don't fucking know this guy. I don't care about this guy. But it's David Alvarez who has uploaded this. That's the uploader of the channel. I mean, I simply searched dating show into YouTube. So that's how I've come across this. But we're going to find out what's going on. We're going to find out how these girls interact. We're going to find out how he engages, communicates. And I'm going to go into their mind and show you what they really think, how they really are experiencing the communication behind the societal mask, the persona, the illusion that is being put forward in a performative manner to impress you, the viewers at home, okay? So, are we ready? I think without further ado, we're going to jump in.
I'm Trevor Wallace. Dude, I'm here looking for love.
Today he's gonna.
So he's a funny guy. First thing we see, I'm Trevor Wallace. He pulls a funny face at the camera. Absolutely hilarious, right? Very good.
Dude, I'm here looking for love.
Today he's gonna be blind dating 9 single ladies.
We've got 9 single ladies here. Let's have a dig at them. A couple of different fashions. Yeah, let's just keep going. It's all performative. He makes a joke. Ha 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 ha. You know, what he does is he covers his crotch section as if to imply that he has splooged in his pants, but indirectly that could actually be a defensive mechanism to cover his genital area in the face of a threat, right? So, do you know when we talk about people joking, and when we say, oh yeah, it's just a joke, bro, and it's like, well, it didn't sound like a joke. It sounds like you were quite literally making a comment on what you actually think, either towards me or this situation. It's because there's always truth in a joke, right? Let's keep going. This guy's a funny guy. The women like funny guys. That's what they tell you. So these girls should be fighting over him, right?
We'll get spicy.
You again. Get out of here!
He says, get out of here, powerful, both hands in his pockets, hiding away, defensive. So even though the act is performative, even though the act is powerful, bold, brash, what happens is he puts his hands straight back in his pockets to run away because he's scared, all right? This is it. This is the game I'm going to be teaching you people.
Boys go at it.
You just scared me.
Shall we just bypass the intro, yeah?
Get overwhelmed. 4, 3 inches.
Is
Right, last love standing.
last love standing.
Trevor Wallace, 6'4", 3 inches, Los Angeles, California. What
6'4".
audition is this for? What was the
Is that a joke?
question? I'm a chill dude. I have a cat.
Right.
California.
I like it because it's going to show the contrast behind the cool, calm, confident, extroverted comedian and
What audition is this for? What was the question?
the comedy where he's holding his hands, pacifying himself, engaging palm to palm, nerve endings, entwined fingers. Now, when you see this body language manifest, it can accentuate to such a degree where we see what we call blanching in the fingers, so the blood actually escapes the fingers because of the intensity of the pressure that's applied in this, right? We're blocking ourselves up. It's a defensive mechanism. Of course, it's closed body language. It's not open. And we're holding our hand like a parental figure, an authoritarian figure used to do when we were younger. If not, that's what we wished happened, right?
Question. I'm a chill dude. I have a cat. I have a house. I went to film school. I was a theater major, so I know how to act around these hoes. Thespian type shit.
Wait, when's the last time you had a girlfriend? Like a real, like we're boyfriend-girlfriend?
What are you, my therapist? The last time I had a girlfriend was about 1.5 years ago. But I was seeing somebody in between after that. Not in between, but you know what I mean.
And do you want
We just want to get to the engagement with the
a
people, you
girlfriend
know,
right now? Like,
I would love a girlfriend right now.
because this is all scripted, right? And you as a man, imagine if you went on a date and you had scripted material. I mean, whether it works or not, you know, such as the pickup artistry and their canned responses and so forth and their canned lines, it's a sad state of affairs if you need to have pre-prepared material, right? Imagine if you went to a test. Let's say you were fascinated in history and you had a history test, right? And you researched all night, you educated yourself all night, you learnt all the answers, and you went and applied that pen to paper. Imagine how different it would be if you didn't need to do the research because you generally were just so good and excellent and knowledgeable about history that you could just go and just give them the answers there and foremost. You open up a lot of spare time for yourself, a lot of space for yourself. There's a lot more fluidity, right? You can pay attention and look forward to more pressing questions within that particular realm, further, more uncommon understandings and knowledge. This whole thing is staged right now, the back and forth between them. It's non-organic, right? He's defending himself. Thumbs are hidden, which is a bad sign, right?
I just want somebody who I can share my goals with, and
I just want someone I can
would
share
love a
my
girlfriend
goals with,
now.
right?
I just want somebody.
He looks up to the sky. That's accessing visual information in his brain. We haven't really touched on eye accessing cues on this channel much, but he's looking and within his mind eye creating the woman whom he is interested in, whether he's remembering it or creating it.
Who I can share my goals with, and I can come home to them. Go to farmers markets, do pottery. You know, honestly, the older I get in LA, it's not even about looks. Just give me, if you got ambition, you got goals, maybe
Maybe he should date a man. If he wants a lady with ambition and goals, maybe he should date a man, because, you know what I mean, what sort of masculine traits are that? Some BS in it, that.
fat ass might add like 3 points.
that's a lot.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not allowed on Riot. I applied and I never got on 3 years ago, so my Riot is David Alvarez videos.
What are some red flags that you're looking out for today?
If they hate cats. Is, you know, you have a cat?
I love cats.
The type of person a cat person is resonates with my life. You know, you have a cat?
He engages.
I love cats.
Positive engagement. Pointing with the hand as opposed to the finger. We've spoken about this on last videos. It's the only way you should point at your fellow man. You shouldn't point with the aggression, with the non-verbal sword and spear of the pointed finger, but with the open palm. We are friends. Instead of holding a weapon, I'm actually showing that I've not got a weapon. One hand back in the pocket. This is baseline behavior now. You're going to find out this is a foundational, element of his nonverbal communication. He likes to hide away in plain sight via the concealment of the hands in the pockets. Now, if you were talking to someone you didn't know, like if you were on a date and you did know you had to expose your palm in order to expose friendliness, you would, be more self-destructive than not by exposing the palm of one hand in a good manner whilst hiding the other hand, because her limbo brain is going to pick up on this and think, wait, I mean, even maybe possibly roots as deep as the reptilian brain, right? It stems all the way down to the acknowledgement of hands and the weapons we can hold with our hands, if not utilize our actual hands as weapons. And her brain subconsciously is going to be paying attention to the fact that one of his hands is concealed, and subconsciously she's going to feel a little bit off center, a little bit off put, a little bit curious, to say the least, about what it is that makes her uncomfortable about this guy. And if you want to have a coherent message, if you want to make a statement, if you want to communicate effectively, it's going to completely scramble the words you're saying, the way you're expressing yourself, what you're inquiring about, due to the fact you're hiding your hand in your pocket. What are you hiding for? What are you defensive for? What are you running away from,
Type of person a cat person is resonates with my lifestyle. Either you
Some people say that the people who don't like cats because they're hard to control. So individuals with narcissistic traits don't tend to like cats too much. Let's keep going. Shit.
You want to be running around, you know, slamming matchas and going to the beach, or you're like, I want to sleep for 15 hours. It's a duality. Trevor duality.
Why do you think you're still single?
I think I'm my own biggest enemy. I think I'm schizophrenic, I don't know. The real reason is I think I leave town a lot for stand-up tour. I've found it hard to maintain something during all the touring. And it's tough to build the founding fundamentals of dating. And it's tough to build the founding fundamentals.
I was about to say the founding foundation
Of dating in the beginning. And for the clip answer, these bitches ain't shit.
He always has to. Now, is this comedy? You can't be a serious person for long because you always have to break it up with some joke or a hee and a ha-ha. If that's your character external to the whole performative, you know, theatrics of being on a YouTube program, then you're gonna be hard to get along with. It's like, bro, just shut the fuck up with the jokes. But you know, you have to be a comedian, right? You can't be serious. We can't see the real you. It's a defensive mechanism, right? Those who are always funny are running away from the vice versa, right? That's why you have all these comedians who are alcoholics. All these comedians kill themselves, even though they're the funniest people in the room. It's an overt declaration of the bipolar opposite, right? It's like the biggest man in the room is the weakest. Right, the ladies are here. This woman in the back in the pink is licking out the inside of her fingers. Look at that. She's licking out the inside. You're gone, you're off. What the fuck? What the fuck? You're gone. I'm not interested already. That's the red flag of the red flag. Why are you so overtly sexual? Like, what? Why is that where you go to? Leave that to the men. Are you Jamo full of testosterone? That's not very feminine. Don't like that. Of course, they're all performing and showing off and stuff, because look at how they're all flipping their hair, trying to garner attention. And pay attention, right? The fact that she is doing that with her fingers works in her favour to the general man, to the general fucking idiot who doesn't perceive that as a red flag, purely down to the fact that she garners attention, she captures attention. But such as tall men, tall women, tend to be the first people you look at, just due to the nature of them being the tallest, right? So she has a lot of stuff working for her, as well as being completely central in the mix here. So she does garner a little bit of attention. Black girl at the front exposing the wrists, all right? Very sexual, quite subtle in her behavior in relation to the rest of the girls, at least on this freeze frame. Okay, we've got mirroring going on the left-hand side, the two girls flipping their hair. Ginger girl here, plain Jane, she's exposing her hand. I am a friend. So is the Asian looking girl at the front with the high heels, exposing the palm of the hand. I am a friend. Like, they're all exposing their palms, which is a good sign, you know. I come in peace, I hold no weaponry. Right, let's find out what these girls are about. I think they've chosen potentially a bunch of toxic women at first glance. You know, bar a couple. Let's find out. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.